Eh? That fool. What is he doing in a place like this? Wait. What's going on? Rupika Gregus. He was a doctor in Rusenheides. Selfine's father, King Valhar, had him exiled from the kingdom. It seems that Rehinvaster was taken into custody by that man. What's someone from Rusenheide doing all the way out here? As if I would know. He's been exiled for over 10 years now. I can't believe he's still in a place like this. I see. To think that I'd find him here. That's perfect. 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's go, Whiteheads. We're going to look for Gregus. Hey. Will she... I thought I just told you. She'll regain consciousness in about 5 minutes. Stop being so glum and get a grip. Soul. What's with him all of a sudden? Was it just the shock that's gotten him this down? Or something else? Your sister sure has quite the weak minor circulation. I can tell just by a touch. He is seriously ill. You can tell? You know about Mill's sickness? I had a little peek into the memories of that pharmacist you go to. No matter how much you eat, you won't be able to gain any nourishment if your body's manners flow is weak. You'll end up losing weight, experiencing malnutrition as you continue to grow older, eventually resulting in death. They call it the invisible noose. According to that pharmacist, she has maybe 3 or 4 years left. Well, of course, you of all people would know that. Right, Whiteheads? Alright, Whiteheads. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Wait. That Gregus guy. Is he really a doctor? That he is. His skills in diagnosis are unparalleled in all of Rusenheide. No, all the Alliance even. He is considered a genius, able to cure completely unknown diseases. There isn't a soul in my country who doesn't know about him. Now what the hell did he do to get exiled? I'll help too, with looking for the lady with the purple hair. Why? What are you up to? You've got no money left. Well, you want Gregus to give your sister an examination, eh? You don't trust what that pharmacist has to say, do you? Because with what I make, that pharmacist's the only one willing to take a look at my sister. Jumping at anything that serves your need, how self-seeking. With all that's happened, you expect us to lend us... God, with all that's happened, you're expecting us to lend you a hand? Well, not that I don't like that enterprising attitude of yours. Please let me go with you. I'm gonna have him take a look at Mill. I'll do anything. Anything. There are 2 issues here. 1. Just exactly what services can you offer us? 2. Gregus is a fickle man. Don't think he's just an ordinary physician. He's quite far gone. He won't care to examine anyone but those who've caught his attention. And no matter how much you beg or plead, he isn't going to capitulate anytime soon. I'll do something about the first one. I've got a hunch on where you can find a whole bunch of doctors in the city, and I know someone in that bunch. What? I'll figure something out, so please get him to just take a look at Mill. I'll do everything I can. I'm begging you, please. Help Mill get an examination from him. Regan, I'd like to ask you to help them too. This is just too much to bear. Boy, you said you had an idea as to where we can find Gregus. Gregus? Out with it then. What? Is that true? There's a medical facility deep inside Neo Sassari? Normal people can't get in, but there isn't any other place you can find a doctor in Port Sassari. Sol, do you know what that place is called? I think it was Hyris or Hyvis? I think it was something like that. Hyvitz? Hey. They're a company that came over from Cordon, I think. It's pretty rare for someone from the outer pole to come over here. Hyvitz, you say? Oh god, oh god, Hyvis? Yeah, Hyvis, you say. Why, they're your rival company, aren't they? Then maybe it is as Rudo says they've gone and expanded here into the inner pole. Why would they have a medical facility there though? That's the last place I would think to put one. Who knows? I'm guessing to... Rumour has it that they're doing some special research into the manor there though. Yeah, into that beta stream, isn't it? But I don't really know any details. All I know is that it's not the kind of place you normally go to if you were sick. I see. That it might explain the abundance of military police in the city as well. Yeah. I bet they're not really here to guard Neo Sassari, but rather what's going on deep inside. They just have the residence people there just to get money, I guess? Huh. Just what could be in that facility worth protecting, needing even military police as sentries? So you're telling me that Master and Greus are in that facility? I can't say for sure, but if what he said about being a doctor was true, then it's almost guaranteed that he's in there. I mean, there's really no other real hospitals in Sassari, so... What? No way. For a port town as large as Sassari to not have any hospitals? That's unthinkable. We do have pharmacists. Some merchants even set up shop with pharmacies and stuff, but no real doctors. Healthcare isn't just about getting the right medicine, Soul. What do you do if there's a special case that can't just be treated with medicine? I don't know. You don't know. Thanks to the Vita stream, no one in Neo Sassari really gets sick, so they don't really need doctors there. So what about Port Sassari? What do the people there do? Get medicine from the pharmacists, I guess. No way. Just like when the lady in black tried to buy some. It didn't even look like he was trying to prescribe anything useful, just trying to sell her the most expensive drugs. We can't even be sure, since we don't really know anything about medicine. So we just have to buy whatever he sells. No way. Just... how does Viscanta continue to operate with a system like that? I don't really get it either, but there's nothing we can do. It's our fault for not having enough money. If we want to live a good life, then we need to pay up for it. If we don't want to get sick, we have to save up the money so we can live in Neo Sassari. That's discrimination. Don't you think it's unfair? What do you mean? That's what poor people deserve. It's their fault for being poor. How could you think that way? How? I really could not care less about how horribly fractured the goings-on of your country's... the goings-on of your country right now. The issue at hand is whether or not Master and Greus are in that facility. You said that not just anyone can set foot inside. Do you have a way of sneaking in then? It's deep inside Neo Sassari. There's nothing but water all around. The only way in is through the front door. Take us there then. You sure? And if you went there, they're not going to let you in. Well, what else would you have us do then? Nothing is going to happen until we take action. Reagan, try not to do anything too violent, okay? Enough whining, Vihits. That all depends on how they decide to welcome us. People who make a habit of kidnapping others don't have the right to put on airs about themselves. Well, I suppose there's this thing called a Progress 2 program. Progress 2? Break to 2, not 1? Oh, you know about it? Yes? Process 2 is a drug further refined from Progress 1. Apparently it creates a resistance to mana. Just a few years ago, they began the Progress 2 program, P2P, in that facility. They recruited people to be the subjects for the Progress 2 experiments. Don't tell me, you took part in those, Soul? I barely got any money from it. But I was able to at least able to bless Minecraft as far as a typical adult could. You can't just force your body to. Basically a scientific recreation of Ophia. Ophia? All I know is that's the name of some kind of ritual in a different country. Just who are you two? Ophia? It's one of the kinds of exaltation rituals a Minecrafter can undergo during puberty. Ophia stimulates the mana workings inside an individual's body. It greatly increases their body's output of purified mana. Any prospective battlecrafter is certain to undergo this ritual, otherwise they will have a major disadvantage to the speed at which they can bless Minecraft. But isn't that going to cause them harm? It has been said that it depends on when they undergo the ritual. One internal mana rhythm changes as one matures from child to adult. It is most malleable and easy to shape during adolescence. During this period of stability, one can shape their mana production, near permanently increasing its output. This is the Ophia process. Undergo that process too early or too late, your body's lifespan will greatly shorten. Still, there were many who thought that it placed too much stress on the body. They did not undergo the ritual. Some people even based their relationships on whether or not their partner would or would not undergo Ophia. Huh? What? Do you mean they wouldn't go out with someone if they hadn't taken Ophia? The opposite. Those who thought Ophia shortened one's life refused to go with those who underwent the trial. Suddenly, a good idea of progressive battlecrafters hit their career plans, and the issue even gave rise to discrimination, becoming quite a problem in our society. Before, when they didn't know of the consequences of Ophia, people underwent the ritual. People underwent the ritual when they turned 9. There was a theory that was why most people didn't live past 50 back then. Although there isn't any real proof, when they delayed the ritual to adolescence, people's lifespans greatly increased. What a shame, Soul. You were premature, just like them. About 20 years of your life has been lost. Looks like it. When they finished the experiments, they told me the same thing. Soul spoke without any change in facial expression. What? No, how could you? How could you say that with a straight face? Is what I had wanted to say but couldn't. As I held that thought while speaking, I realised something. Soul is missing something. He isn't a slow boy. He should have realised the weight of the issue. But he's It's as if he isn't even shocked by the truth of it all. I'm sure it's something that doesn't even matter to him. As if even death doesn't faze him. He's throwing his life away to care for his sister with not much of a future left. No, you already knew this. It's all in the past. There's nothing I can do now. What is this? Some unsightly facade you put up to hide your self-abandonment? Well, if you tell me not to pay heed to it, then there's no problem. Anyway, go on. So, what if you were part of the experiments? Those who were part of the experiments can go for a periodic checkup. They don't pay though, so I've never gone, but if I ask about it, they might let me in. I see. Good grief, this is getting unnecessarily complicated. Though even if we wanted to go now, we couldn't make it today. Neo Sasari is a pretty long way from here. By the time we get there, the sun will probably already have set. We should leave first thing tomorrow morning. Just why should we wait? Night, mid-afternoon, does the time of day even matter? There's actually a lot of people who go into Neo Sasari posing as a prospector to try to get into that facility. That's why there are so many guards, especially at night, where there are even more of them on patrol. We should go in there looking like regular prospectors like before, in case anything happens. Ah, this is truly quite an inconvenience. Well then, we shall await for you at our inn. I expect to see you guiding us tomorrow morning, Soul. Much as I like to, we need to buy a pass to get into Neo Sasari, or I can't go with you. Ah, that's right. Not having any money to our name is really causing us some mobility issues. Well, that's not going to work now, is it? Do something about it. Do something? Just steal money from some fool like you did with Raihan Master. Regan? Say, I thought the same when I first met you, but you really don't have a sense of the value of money, do you? When we first went in, I only got a day pass, but even that was super expensive. It's not the kind of money I could usually make in a day. Then find a new way to make more money in a day. A new way? Figure that out yourself. If you can't do that, then just rob people. Regan, and please, enough with that. If we end up in the Peacekeepers' sights, then it'll be even harder to move about. Peacekeepers? Well then, what do you propose? Do we take our sweet time earning a wage as bar wenches? It's not like I want to do this either, but this is urgent. Necessity knows no laws. Well, I'll figure something out. I'll get the money. You may have quite some strength in you, but that doesn't instantly translate to money. So, are there any jobs around here that need a whole lot of heavy lifting? The kind that any one person couldn't handle? Huh? What do you mean? Exactly as she says. Tell us about any work that would normally take about 5-6 men to accomplish. You can at least do that much, can't you? Ah. Soul's little sister woke up. But Mill. So, those two, there. Don't worry, Mill. Don't worry. I see. Sorry to make you worry like that. Don't worry about me. Are you really going to lead Are you really going to lead those two in though? Mill is glaring daggers at us, unsurprisingly. This is one job you shouldn't take on. If something ends up happening, it's going to be serious. Besides, she looks like a crafter. Hesitant, she glances at Reagan as she speaks. That girl, her vision and tracking are impossibly good. She totally thinks I'm inhuman, though I guess I am. I don't think you could escape from either of them. What's this now? You're just assuming we'll stab him in the back? I can't tell whether she's being serious or sarcastic, but she's definitely quite the interesting girl. These girls, they know a doctor, and he's a pretty good one too. What? I want to try to get him to give you a checkup. Is that so? Okay. Wait, what? Does she have a lot of money or something? Still, a quick way to make a lot of money. A job that pays enough for a day pass to Neil Sassari for half a day's work? I don't think there is one. No. There's mortician soil? People are always trying to buy that up. Yeah, but Sol, you can't do that on your own. Yeah, I can't do it by myself. But you asked about a job with heavy lifting, right? One that needed 5 or 6 people's worth of labour. Yes, I did. I'm not sure what you meant by that. I won't ask, but I'll trust you for it. It's safe work. It pays pretty well. It does need a lot of manual labour. Is that so? If you could do 5 or 6 men's worth of labour in a single day, you could earn more than enough to buy a day pass. Stop about with the roundabout explanations, and tell us what kind of job this kind of work this job entails. In Ceres, when someone dies, it's customary to fill their coffin with soil from Ceres. That soil fetches a pretty high price for buyers in Neo Sassari. Soil, huh? They call it the fertile soil of Ceres. I'm thinking of selling some to specialist dealers. Still, there's a specific amount that they need, and they won't buy it unless you bring it to them. But it's soil, really heavy stuff, not something 1 or 2 people can carry. Since you need a lot of manpower to bring it, you have to spend a lot, and since pay is split amongst more people, it really doesn't work out. So what you're saying is, all I have to do is literally carry dirt around? Exactly. Oh, thank goodness. At least it's a simple, easy to understand job. Wait a minute. Just how far is Ceres? Even if it pays well, time is a factor. I will refuse work if it takes too long. Besides, why should you come with us to Neo Sassari anyway? You just need to tell us where the facility is. Of course, I considered that too, but you really shouldn't. It's not like Neo Sassari at all. Surveillance around the place is really tight. They're going to catch and interrogate you for sure. At worst, they might even confiscate your prospectus passes. If that happens, then we might as well give up. There's no way any of us could get into Neo Sassari anymore. Regan, we should get Sol to lead us there. I'll take care of the money. We can't afford to make any careless slip-ups here. We should stay with him. He knows some people in that facility, and way more about the country than either of us. Very well. I'll leave the matter of financing with you as well. Yes. You look rather surprised. Well, you know, I didn't expect you to go with what I said. I'll take it as a sign of my respect for your actions earlier. Actions? Catching the bolt, you mean? That I do. I told you before, I'm expecting great things from you. I won't repeat myself. Yes. Now then, Sol, explain to me exactly what this work entails. I want to have a clear idea. There's a place about 2 hours from here that stores fertile soil. We just have to carry that over to the plaza in Neo Sassari. Huh? That's it? That sounds awfully easy. It's so close by too. I wonder why they pay so much for it. Basically, it's the terrain that's the problem. You can take a carriage from Ceres to the storage facility. There's a valley right after that, so you need to carry the stuff to Neil Cesare back on foot. The detour around it, that takes more than a week to pass. The place we're going to is an emergency storehouse. Emergency? In Neil Cesare, when someone suddenly needs soil, they put in a request and pay 3-4 people a whole lot of money to bring some in. If you could do that job with just one person, then we'll be making several times just what one person could make. That's only if you could do that job. Say, are you really sure you can do this? You know, we're gonna go down a route even horses can't take. If you need to rest, then we won't be able to make it back home within the day. Ha ha ha, I'm totally A-okay. I'm actually more worried about you, Soul. You sure are confident. Of course, I'm fine. I've been asked by the traders to get soil often, so I've been there. I'll lead the way. Okay then, let's all go. You know what they say, strike while the iron is hot. Huh? What nonsense are you mouthing off now? I'm not going. Yeah. What point is there in my accompanying you? Well, I suppose I left this job in your hands. Don't disappoint me. Well, I guess that's fine too. It'd be a problem if she got hurt.